was the static state model. Static state meaning the universe was always was. Then in the 1950s, then the Hubble telescope when it was discovered,
That it's expanding.
now if it was expanding, if you reverse, it must have been it was smaller and smaller, so singular piece.
Yeah.
And so today's scientific consensus is that the universe must have had a beginning. Now, what was that beginning? Science can't tell you. Now, my question to you is this: the Quran says this as well. Does something come from nothing? If there's nothing means nothing. How can we get something?
No, I think that it's beyond the understanding, right? I mean, right now it's you can't tell.
Yeah.
There are some things that your mind, people's mind can't grasp and can't explain.
Yeah. That's fine. There's certain things that you can't, right? I agree with you. But for example, if you use what we know, if you look at your mobile phone, now your mobile phone, it's made up of very simple plastic glass pieces, right? And do you know where plastic comes from? It comes from oil, right?
Yeah.
And glass comes from sand.
It's sand, yeah.
So essentially we're holding glass, oil and sand. So if you look at a mobile phone, would you ever think that this came about by itself? Millions of years of raining and earthquakes. It's possible. I'll give you that. It's logically, the probability is there. But would you believe it? Would you believe that a mobile can come about by itself? Ask yourself, what's your name, by the way?
It's Michael.
Michael, nice to meet you. My name is Noor. So, Michael, I want you to think in the perspective of don't forget that in terms of arguments, this argument, that argument. You yourself, would you believe that a mobile phone came about by itself?
Not by itself. It's a combination of different factors. It's not only production. It's also software and
But
lots of.
would you think that this came about by a blind process?
No, it's a development.
So would you?
That's how civilization worked, actually.
So would you agree that there must be some intelligence? Because wherever you see organization,
It's like these buildings, for example. Everything's based on Egyptian and Greek architecture. Like there was in the beginning, there was like just a fundament, something that all other structures are based on, and then it developed and it came to this shard or this high rise.
Yeah, that's development of.
It's the same with the phone. You just had this. I remember. You know what? You won't believe it. I'm 53.
You look young for your age.
I know it's like the genetic kind of
That's good.
stuff. But I do remember clearly those kind of things. When people were literally
The phones.
Yeah.
The
So I
rotating phones.
used it, and then it developed to these button things. Then it developed to like pagers or beepers and things like that.
I don't disagree with that. Today we have cars. Tomorrow you have self-driving cars. Tomorrow you might have cars run by water. That will develop. But the question stands: if you see something that's designed, would you think that there was intelligence behind it, or this was a blind process?
No, I think it is intelligence based on the previous.
Okay, so if you look at the universe, you look like
it's different. It's not man. It's not created by man. Universe was
definitely. I agree with you. It's not created by man.
Yeah.
But would you agree? If you look at the universe, do we see? You look like you've read about this as well. Does the universe have design? Does the universe have complex?
That's a question. No, I don't know.
Let me give you an example, okay? Some very basic example. For example...
Sometimes it looks chaotic, sometimes it looks organized.
I would agree with that, but isn't it the case that sometimes things look chaotic to us, and then as things develop, we realize there's actually a process. Yes.
Yeah.
So we can't make judgments on our limited knowledge. Okay, from the knowledge that we have, if you look at the universe, if you look at just our Earth and the distance from the sun, if our Earth was a little bit back, right? If we look at in terms of the size of the universe, a hair's breadth, right? Just the width of a hair.
Yeah,
if we were a little bit back, we would all freeze to death. If we're a little bit closer to the sun, we would all burn to death.
Yeah.
At the same time, we're spinning 67,000 miles per hour. if this speed was different, we would all go out of orbit, and there would be no there would be no planet Earth. We'd all be dead. If you look at all of this, this is what scientists refer to as the Goldilocks zone. From the story of Goldilocks, where she had just the perfect amount for herself, right? The perfect amount of porridge, the perfect bed. This is the perfect place for human life to exist. Now, when we look at this, it doesn't make sense that this would happen by chance. Have you ever thought about that?
I did. I kind of did. Like, yeah, I can't say that. Sort of recently, I focused on that, but yeah, I mean, generally,
Okay,
I think everyone did.
Let me give you, if there was a creator, right? If there was a creator, don't you think?
Look, I believe in this version. I'm not saying that I reject it completely.
Yeah.
But it's just now I think it's. I mean, I read the books
Yeah.
for cultural reasons more than sort of spiritual. It's. I don't know. It's that's
Okay, but so Michael, what do you think? What do you think happens after we die?
we die. I think we die.
You don't think? Okay, so
I don't think that there is something spiritual comes out.
okay, so if the creator who made us, you don't deny a creator, you're saying that you're not sure, right? Is that your perspective? Okay.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, you can say that.
No, I'd like to know a little bit more so I can understand your perspective.
No, I think that every person on the world should do something to like leave a footprint. I think there is a meaning behind that. But after you die, you just die. That's.
Okay, that's from the perspective of us. You're saying if we don't know you have a purpose, you make your purpose. For example, you do charity or you play music or you do something like that. What I'm saying is the universe must have come from somewhere.
Or do articles. Yeah, I do articles.
For example, there's...
Photo things, by the way. I was
Sorry?
interested. Oh, this photography thing too.
They're doing their thing, don't worry about it. Don't worry about
No, I was sort of watching like
it. Do you believe that we should use our logic?
No, generally yes. But it all depends on like where you apply it to. What you know.
So in the case that I presented to you, wherever you would normally, wherever you would see design, you would think there must have been someone who designed it. When you see design in us, for example, leave the process. The fact that you see design, the human eye. Do you know how many megapixels our eye is? It's about 576, something like that, right? Now, you would never believe that a camera, Canon, a DSLR, if you were walking around in Dubai and you saw a camera, you would never ever think, like with us, I would never think that this came out by itself. So why is it that when it comes to the universe, it's more complicated, or even the eyes that we have, all of the people around us, billions and billions of people, billions of cameras, we don't think that there must have been someone. Now, I'm not saying it's necessarily Buddha, or we're Muslims, we say Allah. That just means the God, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying just from this perspective, if you look at the universe, have you thought that, yeah, maybe there's someone who created me?
Maybe, yeah.
Right?
I'm not rejecting that. No. I'm just saying that.
Now, when you use logic and when you use your intellect, the logical conclusion is there must be someone who must have created us, because the other options don't make any sense. For example, can something come from nothing? If there's nothing, there's nothing, right? Someone must have caused that. Did we create ourselves?
No.
Did we create ourselves? No. So we had a beginning. We had a beginning and we've come into being. The universe had a beginning. Now there must have been someone who caused that. If you believe in initiated that. Now,
I understand. No.
So with regards to that, we should think about that. And if that creator made us, tell me this, if there's a creator, Michael, do you think this creator has more knowledge than us or less knowledge than us?
No, more.
Do we, that's right, I agree with that. Do we as human, do you need to go?
No. I'm just saying there is another version. Like you see this red thing there.
Yeah.
Did you see the prequels to this movie? Like one of the versions, this Alien Romulus.
Yeah.
Did you see the?
I haven't seen it. If you.
Okay. One of the prequels suggested that aliens just pumped this DNA to waters, to the ocean, and then life started evolving from, this.
That's speculative, right?
Yeah,
But
absolutely. So
the question is, where did those aliens come from? If those aliens had a beginning, there must have been a creator. Okay, so there must have been one who initiated, before whom there's no one. There must have been an initiator, if you want to use that word. Anyway, the question.
They arose this, like they had this a robot, an AI person, and he called a man who created him a creator.
Yeah.
So he said, like, if you are a creator and you created me, who created you? And the guy was like,
Actually, this is very easy to understand.
Yeah,
I'll give you an example. Okay, this is actually something really easy to understand. If you say, okay, we see design in the universe, there must have been a creator, and you could ask, okay, who created the creator? Now, the question that follows is, who created the creator of the creator? And this could go on forever, right? It could go into infinity. Now, this is actually something that can never actually happen. For example, I'll give you an example. Imagine if there is someone who's shooting, okay, like an apple, and he's about to shoot. The action is to hit the apple, and he says, I cannot shoot until I get permission from my commander. And the commander says, I cannot give him permission until I get permission from my commander. Do you understand where I'm going? The one who is above him says, I cannot give him permission until my senior gives me permission.
There should be like
If this goes on, so Michael, if this goes on forever, will that person ever shoot, or will he just be sitting there if it goes on forever?
Sitting there.
So that
unless he takes a decision to shoot.
Perfect. So unless there is an initiator, then the action wouldn't take place. Now tell me this: is the universe here or not? The universe is?
Yeah.
No, are we here? The universe came into being. That means that if the action came into being, there must be a creator behind whom there's no one. There must be an initiator. Do you see the argument?
Yes, absolutely.
Basically, logically, you cannot have an infinite regression. You cannot go on forever and forever and forever because the action wouldn't take place. The fact that me and you are talking, and we're talking about life, means the action took place, means that there must have been a creator behind whom there's no creator.
Possibly, yeah.
Meaning that if you look at that, there's no other option.
Can I ask you, what do you like? Are you sort of trying to present those ideas, or you're selling the Quran, or?
We're not making any money or anything. We're not selling anything. What we're doing essentially is this: we believe this. What I was talking because of what you mentioned, I was just talking about your beliefs and what you understand and logic. Essentially, we Muslims believe that if you use your mind, if you use your intellect, you will come to the conclusion that there is a creator and that he must have given us a purpose in life. And the reason that we're out here sharing this is, imagine if you had a very good business deal. You would tell all of your family, you would tell all your friends. We believe that this is from the creator, and we have reasons to believe. It's not just blind faith. So, yeah, and why are we doing it? Believe me, there are people from these streets, from England and from abroad as well, from America, from Canada. When they accept Islam, do you know what they say? They say, why didn't anyone tell me this? Why didn't anyone come up to me and approach and tell me? And there's many people who want to know. So what we're doing is we're doing our duty, which is simply, without making any money, we're just sharing ideas, having conversations. We're not here with a microphone trying to, shout in your ear. We're just like we had a discussion. So we're just thinking ourselves, and we're also talking to you about the purpose of life, because this is the heart of games, and this is the question we're asking: is life just a game? Because there's casinos here, there's music here. So we're asking, is that it? Is that the purpose of life? So us as Muslims, we believe that if you read the Quran, just remember this: the Quran is unique from the other books because it presents a understanding of the Creator that is in line with our logic and also in line with our own personal, you can say, there's something in Islam which we say it's intuition, our fitrah. For example, if I said to you that God is a snail, you wouldn't, how could he be, if I say he's a monkey, but if I said God is all powerful, you say, okay, I can understand that. If I say God is all knowledgeable, you say, okay. If I say God is one, he cannot be millions, must be one who's all powerful. This agrees with our natural our natural intuition, and we believe this is called the fitrah. In simple words, we believe that this is a type of software that God has placed in us that comes out sometimes. There's people who don't believe in God, but when the plane is crashing or when the ship is sinking, they say, oh, God help me. So we believe that that software comes out during difficult times.
No, I'd agree with that, but I think that for many people it's just a psychological reaction. It's like a sort of a desire to rely or to apply to some superior human being. And,
but isn't it interesting?
It is interesting.
That
it's very interesting.
If you go to, you said you're from Armenia, right? You go to a village in Armenia, or if you go to a village in Africa, or if you go to a village in South America, and you point up to the sky. For some reason, everyone understands that you're talking about the Creator. If I point right, left, there's no...
Yeah, it's about like...
So we believe, besides the logic, we believe that God has placed in us a natural belief to have a belief in Him. It's a part of our nature. Anyway, what I was telling you about, because I don't want to take too much of your time, and that's basically, we believe that the Quran is unique in that it agrees with our logic and it also agrees with our natural intuition. And another thing about the Quran, if I can just say this, the Quran hasn't been changed. So for 1400 years since it was revealed, today you will find 4-year-old, 5-year-old children who've memorized the whole Quran. So the Quran is memorized and is preserved. So what I would say to you is, you can take this copy if you want. Otherwise, have a read of the Quran. You said culturally. I would just say, have a try. Try reading the Quran with the perspective of, this could be from my Creator. Because there must be something, Michael. There must be, because look.
No, I had this feeling. I can tell you once, long time ago.
Yeah.
Do you know the cornerstone in this in the mosque of Golden Dome in Israel?
Right.
So I've been there.
Okay.
The guy took me there, and my ex-wife back then, maybe 20 years ago. So we dressed like Muslims and we went there, and we went down under
the dome of the rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I saw it.
Okay.
And actually that's a very, sort of the place where you really think about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Although it's behind, it's under the ground. It's like there's sort of catacombs there. And, Look, I'm not a stranger to that.
One thing I would say is, just have a look at the Quran, because the Quran is unique in that, like I said, it's preserved, right? So it hasn't changed. Something that's unique about the Quran.
Is it in English? Here?
This is English.
Okay.
What language do you prefer? English?
No, it's English. Yeah, I mean it's my second language, but still,
You can have this. Have a read of this. You can have a read of it of the tube. What I would say is, look, I want to tell you some stuff about the Quran before you go. One thing about the Quran.
Okay, it's like a little
bookmark.
Yeah, because I have a big one.
This is easier for you to just read around as you're traveling. Something unique in the Quran is the Quran actually presents a challenge. The challenge in the Quran is, if this was from other than God, you would have found in it many contradictions. Now think about it. If a book is 1400 years old, the information in it must be against established fact today. Established fact, I say, right? Not necessarily any particular theories. Theories are not proven necessarily, but established fact. With the Quran, for example, in chapter 23 of the Quran, which is called the Believers, you'll find it there. in that chapter, God explains in 23, right? In chapter 23, just a few pages ahead of this, God speaks about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can keep this if you want.
Oh, okay. I thought.
No, it's a bookmark. What God or Allah just means the creator or the God. What God mentions, which is something very interesting, is how the baby is developed inside the womb of the mother. In simple Arabic language, it's mentioned. And today, in 2024, in the 21st century, if we look at our knowledge of how the baby is developed in the womb, and we look at the words mentioned in the Quran, we see that the Quran, though it uses simple language, it is not in contradiction with modern day science. Now, what is the chance of that? A time in the desert where this is microscopic levels. Microscopic or at the time of 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of the fetus's development. This is one example. Besides that, you will find other information. Now the question is, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, you've heard maybe of his name, right?
Sure, yeah,
now the question is, was Muhammad, peace be upon him, was he the author? Was someone else the author? Was it God? We have to ask ourselves, because where could this information come from? How could Muhammad, peace be upon him, know this information 1400 years ago? And this is just one piece of information. There's other pieces of information. For example, the Quran mentions that God created the mountains as pegs. Now, okay, this is recited for 1400 years. Today, in modern science, we know that mountains actually have deeper roots. They're actually like nails. Okay, you might think, okay, maybe it's a fluke. Just like this, you'll find one thing after another, after another. The expansion of the universe, we talked about it earlier in our conversation. The Quran mentions that we are making the world, the paraphrasing of the verse is that we created the universe, or we created the heavens and the earth with our hands, and we are expanding it, right? So where does this word expanding, when you look at this, there's many things that you could come to a conclusion. There's many things that you could read in the Quran, right? Many things you could say as well. The one thing you have to ask yourself is, how could this be from a man? This is just a question. So this is a question to you.
No, really,
I'll give you an
it's just
example.
kinda
Michael, I'll give you an example. Me, myself, I'll be honest with you. There was a time where I was exposed to different ideas. I was, born in London. Some of my teachers were atheists. If I found it to be logical to be atheist, I would have been atheist. But I find it logical, and I find it reasonable, using your reason and common sense, that that there must be a creator, number one. And then when you look at the evidences behind Islam, it makes sense that this is from the creator, from my perspective, from what I've read.
Yeah, I'll look at it.
So this is all we're
Could you
sharing.
tell me one thing? Do you read it in original, like in Arabic? Do you think that anything is lost in translation? No, I mean English. How precise is it?
This is.
Because I read it long time ago, but I did. Well, I was questioning. It's like reading a Bible.
Yeah.
The Bible.
What you have to understand with the Bible is the language of Jesus, peace be upon him, was Aramaic, right?
Yeah.
And we don't even have Aramaic Bible today. So you have a Greek Bible, which may be the oldest.
Yeah.
So the Bible,
And then it was translated
so the
many-
Bible we have today is not the original Bible or the words of Jesus that we had. With the Quran, we have the original Arabic. Like I said, children have memorized it. Millions of people have memorized it, and so it's been translated. But this is natural. Whenever what's your natural original language?
It's initially it was Russian actually.
Okay, even if
because
you would know, if you're translating any language, there's proverbs, there's statements, there's words that get lost in translation.
Yeah.
So this is an attempt to translate the Quran, right? But the original is in Arabic, and if you study the Arabic, like I said, the miracles of the Quran, you will find multiple. For example, I mentioned some things about scientific, right? I'll give you a historical. For example, you've read the Bible, right?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you something very small. The Bible mentions Moses, the Bible mentions Joseph. the Bible mentions that there was a Pharaoh at the time of Moses, there was a Pharaoh at the time of Joseph. Okay, and Joseph came before. The Quran mentions Moses, the Quran mentions Joseph, right? Musa and Joseph.
Prophets. Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And some people say the Quran was copied the Bible, right? That's a
The
claim.
same prophets,
Okay.
different names. That's
Okay, but the Quran doesn't mention at the time of Joseph that there was Pharaoh. The Quran mentions that there's a Pharaoh at the time of Moses and that there's a king, the word king,
Yeah.
at the time of Joseph. Now you might think, okay, so what?
I think Quran mentioned Jesus too, because
The Quran mentions Jesus.
like it's one of the
Yes,
preachers
yeah.
or prophets.
Yes, we believe in Jesus, but we don't believe that he was the Son of God. But with regards to this particular thing, now we as Muslims, we don't let this go. If we see the Quran is even a word is different, we want to ask why. If you look at historically, at the time of Joseph, the kingdom that was in place at that time, they used to call themselves kings at the time of Joseph. And at the time of Moses, the dynasty that was in power, they used to call themselves Pharaoh. So something so subtle you see in the Quran when it comes to mentioning someone by their proper title. And remember, the Egyptian language, hieroglyphics, this was a dead language. It was only discovered in the 1900s through the Rosetta Stone, right? So these questions, when we look at them, just look at them objectively. There's other things that you can read about as well. If you want, if you don't mind, I can send, because you seem like someone who reads and thinks a lot. If you don't mind, I can send you something for you to have a read.
That's okay. If you can leave me your website address or
Yeah,
something.
I can give.
I'd rather,
If
you know,
if you
because it's a bit intense now. I mean, I'm just.
no problem. That's fine. Would you would you like to have email? Can I give you an email?
Yes, please. Yeah, if you can. I mean,
Do you have a pen, bro?
No, because I was looking for one before.
Subhanallah.
You know, I normally have it.
Okay.
or
Oh, I wanted to send you something. So because I wanted to send you some of these scientific discoveries. I don't have a pen right now. I can email you if you think that's okay, or
I can take your email.
yeah, you can take my number, no problem.
والله ما اعرف راسك هي.
The thing is, these things, they do feel intense because they're so powerful and they're so important. So sorry. That's my email.
Okay, thank you.
Just send me an email and I'll forward you the videos and you can have a look. And the reality is, if you send me something, I'll read it and I'll have a watch of it as well. So if you said this movie, what's it called? I'll have a look
No, the
because
alien-
I'm open to what you said. I want to
It's
learn
kinda
about what you
an
said.
interesting concept. The alien Prometheus.
Okay, what's it called?
Alien. This one is the Alien Romulus or something. That's
This is the Alien from the 80s, the old movie. The first one.
It's by the same director.
Okay, Alien. So it's an Alien series.
Yes, but it's more philosophical.
The new ones.
Those new. That's the third one of this new series.
And it's in cinemas, yeah?
The initial one, which was actually very interesting, the sequel. If you search for Alien Prometheus,
Yeah.
there will be.
Do this, if you don't mind. Just send it to me.
Okay.
I'll watch it. I'll have a look at it because you said, and I'll send you something and you can have a look. But it's very
It
nice.
starts
talking-
like with aliens coming down and then
I'll check it out.
leave one of them who just
I'll check it out.
spread this
Yeah.
DNA and it goes to the water and then
Yeah.
the life starts to.
Yeah.
It's just a version. It's interesting.
Okay.
Like but well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Nice talking to you. I hope you have a nice evening. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
eat their food. However, the conditions are allowed.
I'm Muslim myself. My friend Muslim as well. I just have a question. Is it recorded, by the way?
No, it's not recorded.
Okay, 'cause I would rather it be quiet. It's like a question. It's a bit
Yeah,
of a
let me
question.
take it. Brother wants to ask
Okay.
questions.
If you want to tell him if you no
No,
problem.
he doesn't want. He said private.
Okay. Yeah.
No, have you thought about I read, and I really don't want to believe it, that don't need that consent, whatever. And I've been got it. And what I read is that you can like the whole
Sheikh. Sheikh. Reminder about salat, about things.
بلاتي خليني بعد ان شاء الله راني عارف الصباح
Don't mess up the table, man.
Don't be distracted during Dawah.
No, he works there. So can do so.
Hello guys. Hello my brother.
How's it
going?
Is this live?
Yeah.
We're live. I'm kicking.
I don't want to be in the camera.
Come on man. Chill. Tfضل.
Baki? No, it's not.
Yes, let's unite. Listen.
Yeah, Jazak Allah
Let me respond to someone that I know. Sister, there's nothing wrong with self promotion. It's halal. Charge him. She says me. I promote myself. He's not gonna charge me. I'm gonna charge him. So good luck with that, sister. Yeah, I own some da'wah. We're in Leicester Square. No, yeah, Leicester Square. Yeah, free Quran for everyone. Say that again. Why would I say it again? What? Sorry. I want to record it and I send it to someone who doesn't care. Sister, why are you being rude? Be nice, okay? All right. Why do you outside? Because we're trying to save people from hellfire, I guess. There's a reason why we sat here. We're doing it outside because we want to save people from hellfire. I mean, the Christians, they do it here as well, so I don't see your point. Yeah, I mean, we don't do taqiyya. Taqiyya is for shares. Shares a minute, so calm down. MashaAllah, tabarakallah.
I didn't know how to answer it. What was your response to that? If I like it in a debate next time, same verse, I was going to have like a response to that. Yeah.
Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Wallahu Akbar. Yes, sir. No one cares about ex-Muslim, bro. Why are you here anyway? Have you got nothing better to do with your timing? I mean, go away. I'm ex-gambler myself. I love your video, sir. I learned a lot. Jazak Allah Khair. Yeah, gambling is evil. Yeah, no one is gambling here. That's why that's why Brother Ali Dawah is here to save people. I mean, God saves people, obviously, but the Dawah is the main thing, innit? Brother is the brother that's behind the camera, please. Don't let people in the chat get to you. They're trolling. Yeah, I know they're trolling. I'm trolling as well. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I don't mind. It doesn't really affect me. I don't lose sleep over it. I know how to handle the trolls. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't Lesson from Haq, yeah, channel, I know. This is my second channel, Sam Dawah. Sister, calm down. I don't know. What's the issue? Anyway, guys, if you want to subscribe to my channel, it's Lesson from Haq. I'm taking over for now. David Wood is. Yeah, Jesus can't be with me because Jesus is a man, no, not God. So, bro, you doing? Barakallah feek. He's running away halfway during the debates. He's running away. What do you think about Shang? Yeah, I can't pronounce that. So, yeah, I don't know what that is. Muslims don't respect Jesus. We love him. What is that? Shankaracharya. Shamun. Shamun ran away from Daniel. Yeah, that's true. Did you watch the debate? Yeah.
Let him come.
All right, we know where we are. Let's square, get the train. Let's go. We're ready for you, son. If you want to debate. Oh, no, he's just trolling. Even the demons face one. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته بارك الله فيكم وجزاكم الله خير وكنتم أجركم وأختكم من السعودية.
فيكم بارك الله.
وفيكم بارك الله فيك جزاك الله خير. أنا أحب في البلد سعودي عربية.
The thing that I couldn't tackle, I've told them all of it, like, you know, like average age of marriage, like back in the day and everything.
All right, calm down, Hales. I'm just responding to brother. He's just saying he appreciates what we do, and he's saying Jazakallah. I don't know why people hating on Saudi. Just, come on, calm down. Please don't start politics, sister. Don't start.
Is it both physical and mental maturity, or just physical?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته جزاك الله عنا وعن هذه الذي خيرا الجزائر ووفقكم لكم الخير. اوكي الذي خير الجزاء بارك الله فيك. Allah is nothing compared to Jesus. Did Jesus not pray to God? And then he didn't know the hour. He was just a human being. I don't know why you worship a human being to begin with. Speak English. You're in England. I can speak whatever I want. It's a free country. I mean, I'm not breaking any law. I mean, where does it say that I have to speak English 24/7? I know my rights, so I would say just relax. I can speak any language. I can even speak. They need to stop sharing the Takia. We don't believe Takia. I don't know where you get that from. Guys, come on, do better, man. What's this? I can talk all day. You do the chat a lot. Yeah, Jesus is not son of God. God can't have a son. I mean, so according to your logic, then that means Adam is son of God. David is a son of God as well. So does that include everyone? So how many sons are they? So how can God have so many sons? We believe that God cannot have a son. He just, I don't know, and he cannot have kids. So I'll say to you, stop worshipping a man and come back to the true God and worship one God, that's it. And do you know what? Yeah. How many married? Alaikum salam, Mustafa. You're right.
Absolutely, yeah, that's it for me. Thank you so much. Really good answer. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
This, can you explain what son of God means? Because if you're saying you're a son of God, what does that mean? How can you be son of God? God has no wife. And exactly. The brother said no politics because if he says he spent. Um, technically not true because I'd rather talk about religion because this channel is based on religion rather than politics. So that's why I said keep it religion discussion. And plus, I'm in UK. I could talk about whatever I want, but I chose not to talk about politics because this channel is not about politics. It's about religion. And this is not my channel, by the way. But if someone wants to talk about it, it's fine. That's their choice. But I'm not entertaining the idea in it. Am I legally here? What does that mean? Am I legally? What are you assuming? I mean, what are you insinuating? I'm just trying to understand. Am I? Can you be more specific? I mean, oh no, you can't be mod. No chance. Sorry, no. After what no, not a chance. No way. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Yeah, no chance. Sorry. Masks of family lineage is older than Islam. This is my channel. Sam Dawah knows as well. No, sister. No, there's a sister. She said. Be careful. Nah, I asked him. He said no. Sorry. Yeah, tough love. Yeah. Because if you want to be mod, you have to be respectful to everyone, not just. Alaikum salam. And you don't bring politics into the conversation. Sorry to disappoint you. It's not personal. It's just what it is, isn't it? Being mod is not easy, man. It's a tough job. I'm not gonna lie. Muslims have got no argument for the claim that Jesus is not Son of God. Muslims don't no argument for it. What does that mean? You're assuming that Jesus is the Son of God, which he never claimed that. I mean, I don't know why you're laughing. Like, you made it some logical statement. Wa alaikum salam, but I am not Sheikh, brother. I am milkshake. Call me milkshake, brother. Mesha Somali majugan ada Somali tahay Sheikh Neo. Yeah, big up everyone, man. Anyway, hit the like, man. Let's get 100 inshallah. What are we on? Yeah, mocking the Arabic accent. I'm not even mocking no one. All right. Just relax. My brother. Big up. Alaikum salam, man. Yeah. Big up everyone. Yeah, my religion, my so basically our religion begins with Adam alayhi salam, all the way up to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And I suggest you go do your research and come back if you want to ask more questions. Where you, we're in Leicester Square. London, central London, right middle of the heart of London. May Allah bless you for the mods on the Muslim channels. I mean, they're doing amazing jobs, mashallah. Barakallah fi akhi. You won't answer them as. How dare you giving a false witness on God's prophet? Jay, what do you know about Islam anyway, to begin with? Come on. Islam did not begin with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I don't know who told you that. You sound delusional anyway. As I said, Islam began with Adam alayhi salam. Adam, peace be upon him. First man. My husband is Palestine and I'm Turkish. Oh. God has a who? My worship is in logical still. I don't know what historical records that you've been reading, but can you provide the evidence that Islam began with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Where's your evidence? Clearly, you're the one who's making the claim, and if you can bring the evidence, that'll be great. Otherwise, please don't make silly claims. Yeah, Barakallah Feek, man. Big up Jordan. Yeah. Can you prove that, Ram?
He's not recording me yet.
Oh, Matt.
Allah.
شو هالمقنع؟ نسي اسمه. سام. Shall we do some interviews? A lot of people believe what they want to believe. Why did the Ravens? Well, oh, okay. I know it's coming. Barakallahu feek, akhi. Jazakallah. Guys, let's get 100 likes, inshallah. Yeah. Allah yahfidhukum. May Allah raise you a blessing to the spread the truth. Barakallahu feek. Anyway, make sure guys hit the like, inshallah, and then your helps. Where's Ali Dawah? Jordan M is UK next Prime Minister, inshallah. Someone said Jordan M is going to be the next Prime Minister. Inshallah. I want to show you that girl, and she wants to be more. I think we have to ask Jordan that question if he wants to be Prime Minister. I mean, it's not an easy job, is it? I don't know who you asked. My brother.
Yeah.
How's it going? Where's Ali?
I don't know. Wasn't he? That's my question to you. I came late.
Oh, is it? Why'd you come late? People can hear you. Tell them.
That's some family.
Yeah? So Ali, you okay? Yeah.
What? It's comparative now?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
You need to tell me that, bro.
It's Sam. It's not me. Speak to Sam. He said you should have told him.
That's some like sketchy things.
It's in the continent. Somaliland? Somalia. I can tell by the way he said Somaliland. Alhamdulillah, yeah. Where are you from? Jazair. Huh? Oh, mashallah, inshallah. Free Palestine, inshallah. May Allah give them victory. Yeah, Tommy's running late for prison appointment. Yeah. More Islam in India.
He's a soldier. He's a soldier. Soldier.
I think I did. Yeah, thanks for asking. I thought I did, but I don't know why you're looking at my nails. But yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know why.
How are you, brother? Everything okay? Alhamdulillah.
I don't know why someone looked at my nails like, oh, what? All right, calm down. No need for that. You're insulting my intelligence when I bring you claim. You have no response to them. Truly wonderful Muslim. I didn't see any evidence. And I'm not wonderful Muslim. I'm just a Muslim. That's it. Please do not patronize me as well, because let's see the evidence as well, please. If you can bring it, we appreciate it, man. You won't make it. All right, listen, we need to go. You guys talk a lot. I'm joking. No, just kidding. Anyway, guys, inshallah, we're gonna come back once the debate starts. Assalamu alaikum. Stay blessed. Stay away from trouble. When Ali Dawah comes back, inshallah.